Remember the blocked field goal and the blocked punt and the kickoff return for a touchdown and all those other blunders during that embarrassing defeat against the Patriots that's now more than a week old? Am I starting to annoy you by talking about it again? Well, there's good news. It's time to finally move on. I'm Jeff Darlington with the Miami Herald, and for fourth down of this First and Goal series, it's time to say goodbye to that terrible loss and say hello to a few ways in which Miami can get their season back on track. We've been stuck talking about that loss to the Patriots for way too long because of the bye that separated one game from the next. But after 13 days of letting it marinate, the Dolphins are now in a prime position to get everything back into the form it was during the first 2 weeks of the season rather than the most recent 2 losses. And here's why. First of all, everyone is on their way back to being healthy. Channing Crowder should see his first action of the season, while Jared Odrick appears ready to return from that hairline fracture suffered in the season opener. John Jerry can jump back into his job as a Dolphins guard after missing time with an illness, and Jake Long has now had an extra week to rest a knee that had been bothering him the last few games. So the Dolphins are healthy, and they also seem mentally rested as well. No doubt though, here's the biggest question everyone will still wonder as Miami gets ready for Green Bay. Will that special teams unit, the one that suffered so badly against the Patriots, finally manage to keep from holding back the Dolphins in their pursuit of a win? Miami has now had nearly 2 weeks to adjust to a coaching change that occurred in the wake of that last loss. While I'm not sure how much that's actually going to change anything, I will say this. I think there'll be a heightened sense of urgency, and a much bigger portion of the team's mental emphasis is going to provide enough reason to believe we'll see a more improved group come Sunday. As a result, it would not surprise me at all if the Dolphins bounce back after that loss against the Patriots with a big win against the Packers. That's going to do it for this week's First and Goal series, but we'll be back next week to break down the results of this upcoming game against Green Bay. With the Miami Herald, I'm Jeff Darlington.